What's going on, everybody? My name is Aidan and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier on in the watch along for the Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers, today is actually the 4-year anniversary of when this channel was created. 4 long years, and I must say this year has been the absolute most difficult but also the most fulfilling year I think I've had, not only in my YouTube career but also one of the most fulfilling years in my life. And we're going to be discussing a little bit about that. We're going to take our minds away from the Chicago Bulls again. It's Christmas time, it's the holiday season. It's time to be thankful, it's time to discuss. And if you're watching this, you're probably most likely a guy that's been around, or an individual that's been around for a long time and know me a little bit more personally than you might, I guess, know me as a Bulls content creator. You know, the inner parts of me as well and stuff like that. So yeah, whatever the case may be, we're going to discuss how this year has been for me. And of course, I would love for you guys to do the same in the comments below. What are your, I guess, what are your thoughts? What are your, how has your year been and stuff like that as we're heading towards the new year as well. But of course, before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, feel free to drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below, again, just how your year has been individually, maybe as a collective, as a family. Of course, if you want to talk about the Bulls and how you think the Bulls year has been, all the more power to you. We'll discuss a little bit about the Bulls, but again, to kind of take a deeper dive into me, I like to make at least one of these types of personal videos a year, just so you guys kind of know how the year has been for me. And I think a lot of things have been made public over the past couple of months, especially about my situation with YouTube and how that all went and stuff of that nature. But before we get into that detail, I also just want to quickly mention that I did end up graduating this year. I know it's very easy to look at the negatives of the year and how frustrating that was for me as a person. But I did end up graduating from my master's this year. So a lot of hard work went into that for the past 5 years. And to see that kind of pay off is actually very nice to see. And yeah, hopefully soon I can get the certificate and stuff like that and move on to the next journey of my life. That will be very interesting. Obviously, getting into the workforce and stuff of that nature, that should be a very unique experience for me, let's say, because a lot of the work that I do is family business orientated, YouTube orientated. It's going to be interesting to get out and about, if you know what I mean, and see what's to offer, I guess, in the outside world and stuff like that. We shall wait and see how that goes. It's going to be a very fun time. But then obviously after that, again, one of the hardest things in my life ended up coming into place. And I know for you guys, it might not sound like a big deal, but I'm going to explain to you why it was a big deal for me in this video. So put it this way, one of my channels ended up getting taken down. I'm not going to really go into detail as to why I got taken down, what channel it was, what even platform it was. Just know that a channel of mine somewhere in the atmosphere, I'm sure if you do a little bit more research about it, it's there. I just don't really want to talk too much in detail about it. But that was grueling for me. Put it like this. A lot of people, when they describe losing a YouTube channel, especially one that they're most passionate about, it's considered it's kind of considered like a breakup, and that's at least how I took it. Not because of, I guess, the actual situation, but the impacts behind that situation as well. And again, me kind of feeling like I just couldn't upload to this platform again and stuff of that nature. That was a grueling time for me, knowing that a passion of mine is something that I might have taken away from me permanently and I'd never be able to get it back. That is how it felt. And for you guys, it might just be an account getting terminated. But for me, it felt like a passion being lost. And that's something that dug deep inside of my heart. I could not let go of it. It did end up getting me in a really bad mental state. And yeah, that completely ruined me, in all honesty. That definitely ruined my year for the most part. And again, it's very public. It's very well known. I've talked very openly about it, but I don't really want to discuss too much about it now because I don't want to bring back those memories. And I just want to move on from the situation, if you know what I mean. I'm in a much better place now, of course. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Starting off with the most obvious, and I think the most important one, in many ways, finding God. That to me is the most important thing I could ever take away from this type of situation. You know, when you're down in the gutters and you know you're humbled in many ways. That is the best way to kind of allow God into your heart, when you're humble enough to listen to the word and you actually, you know, try to be a better person because of that each and every single day with the help, obviously, of God. And I want to thank God essentially for that situation, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I know it's a very, for some at least, uh either an unpopular or a very uncomfortable topic, but hey, look, this is my video, you know? We can spend 364 days, I guess, of the rest of the year not mentioning it, but when it's, you know, a 4-year anniversary discussing my life, this is the most important thing in my life, and it is as simple as that. So I do want to talk about it, and I do want to praise God for that moment, but also in that way, I also want to again appreciate the family members around me. You know, they had to deal with me for those couple of months. It was not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight at all. And they did a heck of a job. So I want to thank them as well for sticking by me through those moments. And again, look at the other side of it. Everybody's all better. And of course, I want to thank all of you guys. You know, the people that are watching, have been watching for 4+ years, those people that are new, watching these watch alongs and stuff of that nature. All of these things, in my opinion, have really, really helped as well. Again, the idea, and again, I also want to thank Chicago Bulls Central as well. I feel like again, without him, I definitely wouldn't be able to be uploading on YouTube again. And because of that, it's allowed me to kind of get more people to be watching me as a YouTuber and to, you know, enjoy the watch-alongs that I was planning on doing this season anyway, and having a good time because of that. Meeting a whole bunch of new people. Some of them you know, old faces. Some of them are new faces coming along, but they are all very much welcome, and I enjoy the conversations with all of them. And again, I thank you guys so much for that as well. It's been a heck of an end to a year, and I'm looking forward to seeing what year number 5 has in store for us. I do believe within this year, again, because of the 2-month hiatus in many ways, we didn't grow as much as in a channel sense as much as I would like, but again, it is what it is. I'm not here for the numbers. I'm not here for the specific number that I got to reach. I'm not here for the money that I'm supposed to get. To me, that is all, I wouldn't say not important, but it's not the key thing to why I do this. I was doing this for free for more than half of the time that I was a YouTuber. And if it ever came to be that I had to do it for free again, guess what? I'd still be doing it. It is as simple as that. But I do it for the comments. I do it for the interaction. I do it for the community. I do it to discuss with people about the Bulls. I do it to create new friendships and new, I guess, new situations, you know, trying to build myself up every single time and try to build everybody around me up every single time. That's the goal when it comes to making these YouTube platforms and stuff of that nature. So again, I just want to thank everybody involved, you guys, obviously everything else, and we'll see what 2024 has in store for us, and we will obviously see what the Bulls have in store for us this year. And let's just hope the Bulls keep this entertaining and fun to watch. But in terms of the Bulls, how this year has went, it's definitely been up and down, inconsistent, sometimes ugly, sometimes beautiful. But that's the situation of sports, really. Sometimes it's ugly, sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes you're flying, sometimes you're literally feeling like you're 6 feet under. That's kind of how it feels when you watch the Chicago Bulls. I don't think that's changed dramatically, but it's good to see where we are right now and how there is so much optimism around the Bulls organization. And let's hope that can continue. But until, obviously, the next game against the Atlanta Hawks, until the next video, which will be a Bulls Weekly video most likely, I think it's time to end this one here. I just want to say again, thank you for everybody for stopping by. Thank you for watching me for these long amounts of time. Again, I don't know when I'm classified as that OG type of YouTuber. I feel like 4 years is definitely in the place where you're starting to get there. It's a long time. It's a long time. But anyway, it is what it is. Thank you for sticking with me for 4 years. I know a lot of you have really stuck with me from the very beginning, which is insane. And I appreciate you guys for that. And yeah, happy holidays. If you celebrate Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. Obviously, if you don't celebrate, I guess, Christmas, enjoy the holiday season. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more Take care and peace.